Thanks for staying with us. This is our last segment. We're discussing shame. And when we're growing up, you know, shame was something that when it happens, you hide yourself. You don't come out. That boy has put his family to shame. And they all just get sober. They mind their business. They don't go to social events because something has happened. Because now they are a symbol of shame. So when you've done something, even as an individual, that is shameful, what society expects of you to do, just keep quiet, stay in your corner, and don't say anything. But as the world is moving on, those who are shameless have taken center stage on social media. They've come out with boldness and confidence. And we're now in a world where it says, do you, be you, say your truth, say, be confident. So the shameless, the shameful, the confident, all of them, we all have the same platform.
Yes.
We're all on the same pedestal. So the conversation, therefore, is, what is shame today in 2023?
So you're right. The way we've always seen shame is you've done something, you feel like you've dishonored yourself, and then you take time away so that it's not constantly, you're not constantly in people's face, reminding people and reminding yourself of what you've done. And in the time that you're away, you self-evaluate and try and come back a better person. In fact, when you're coming back, it's not with your full chest. You'll be inching out small, so that people don't remember too much until you're able to earn people's trust. But then, where I started seeing it change, and for me it was in a positive way, was when we were talking about women who were dying in silence in domestic violent homes. And, the conversation then would be, the women didn't want to talk about it because they were ashamed. But in that case, it was shame that was misplaced. You were the victim. You did not have to be shamed into silence. The perpetrator is the person that should feel shame. But even society would shame the victim. We'll talk about rape cases where women will be raped, but they were shamed for even being in a particular place, but never because...
Sexual abuse.
Yes.
People, mothers would not talk about their daughters being abused by their fathers. Because, no, shame.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
That was shame, and that's why we're really happy about the emancipation of women.
And, when we say, and I used to hear this, be shameless. Be and I took it, I was like, yes, this makes sense. In this case, be shameless, but maybe the wording is not right. Maybe it's that you're the victim, you have no reason to be ashamed. The perpetrator, the violent person, the rapist, those are the people that need to feel shame. But you're right. Shame is now misplaced. Nobody is ashamed of anything. We don't even know what shame is anymore. There used to be a way we could use shame to even teach our children some things. But now when you are not ashamed, they watch on TV of people who are not ashamed.
1 second, let me take this call from Kasim, and I'll come to you, YK. Good morning, Kazim.
Good morning.
Thanks for calling. You're live.
Thank you very much. Very nice program. I always appreciate your program.
Thank you, sir.
And talking about the issue of marriage, you've said a lot. You said a lot. And I'm picking one or two things from what you have said. First of all, the issue of shame. What is the purpose for marriage? What are you going for? It is true that you need to define what you want when it comes to the issue of marriage. But mind you, even you yourself, when you are defining something, it sounds odd to you. Because you don't just see somebody and you said, what I'm going for is your money. It sounds awkward somehow. Yes, it could be what is propelling you to the marriage. But still, yes, I think personally it should go beyond.
Kazim? Oh, yikes. Sorry about that, Kazim. Somebody was going to come in. Mike was going to ask a question.
I was going to ask you, those ones that go and remove their breasts on social media and do, should they be ashamed?
They're shameless now. That's the point. They don't. These are things that you'd have done in the past. And you'll be shamed. If your father sees a picture of you like that, you'll be scared, like, oh my goodness, I've brought shame to my family, I've opened up my breast to the whole world. You'll be ashamed of yourself. But today, they'll tell you body positive.
Yes.
Show it. Yeah, let them know that.
So that's another way. So now shame
has a different color.
Yes. Because we have women who would say they were shamed for being fat.
Yeah.
And now they come out and they show it. We have even pregnant women. When you were pregnant, you would wear the biggest outfits, you cover it, because, you know, there's a way you should even, she carrying a big tummy everywhere. But now we have body positivity, where women are showing the belly and taking pictures with the belly
They
out.
wear tight fits.
Yes, you wear tight. Now they even wear crop top. You know, Rihanna has changed the game now. They now wear crop top. You show the belly as you're walking around to say, I'm proud of this. This is natural, and I'm a proud mother, and I'm about to birth life. So, to be honest, sometimes the lines are blurred.
Okay, there's something I want to do. Wait, let me take this call.
Is this a shameful event, or is this just positivity?
Alaji Bugatti, thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning, Auntie Morayo.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Auntie Morayo.
Good morning, sir.
I'm one of your big fans.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Auntie Eni Kuti, I'm also your fan.
Good morning.
Auntie there. See, I'm not calling to really talk much about the only thing I would just say is, if you are not yet matured, don't go into marriage. You understand? I have a very good friend of mine that we went to do his marriage in the north. He said he wanted to marry a virgin after his first marriage crashed. He insisted he must be a virgin. He ended up marrying this lady. He went, paid the sadak, and did everything. They did the wedding. You know how some people do when we marry. You will marry, you will not do tests. You will not do test driving or anything. You just marry direct. And then when the lady got to his house, she was not a virgin. He was so pissed. He called me, Bugatti, come here, talk there. When I got to him, we sat down. He said, Bugatti, I'm hot. See what is happening, because we don't hide things from each other. It's my very close friend. Then I said, look, do you love her? He said, yes. I said, shank that side. Are you yourself a virgin? He said, no. I said, shank that side. Forgive her. She lied because she really wants to marry you. She lied because she really loved you. She lied because she wants to be with you. She's not lying because she just wants to deliberately stab your heart.
Okay.
Do you know they've been married for 8 years now, and they have 3 beautiful children? Anytime you look at those children, they will call me and say, Bugatti, thank you. See the fine children where this lady give me.
Nice.
See the fine lady where this lady give me. So what I'm trying to say, you must have a deep level of maturity and beg God to guide you.
Okay.
Because this marriage of a thing can take you by surprise at any level, at any.
Alaji Bugatti, I hope you're still there. I want to find out if that's the name his father gave him. But thank you very much for that story.
See, let me tell you. When I was getting dressed for today, I have an inner top.
Yeah.
You know, and I looked, I was ashamed of my big stomach. So I wore a shirt.
Okay.
So that's why I'm wearing a shirt.
On your shirt.
Inside because of my big stomach.
Okay.
So are you
Where's his
saying
stomach?
I shouldn't be ashamed?
Mikey, where's his stomach? I don't understand.
Mikey, do you know
Okay, no, that's not the example I wanted, but let's find a better example.
Are you saying that I shouldn't be ashamed
Of course not.
of my stomach? I am ashamed
It's
of my
misplaced
stomach.
shame.
God bless
That's
you.
why, do you know how we look at you? Do you know you're a woman in your 60s? You are
63.
You are fit. You are fabulous. You are smart. I mean,
You're gorgeous.
many.
Oh
See,
God,
do you know
mine
what
is
we're looking
exploding.
to you? Do you understand? Many people, when we see older people, we're like, so this is where we're headed. But you give us hope that, you know what, if you work out well, you take care of yourself, you will be this. Please, Waki, you have nothing. When it comes to your body, you have nothing to be ashamed of. You are an
ashamed.
inspiration.
That's why I don't show my
You are an
arms.
inspiration. Please.
So shame is different
I
for
know,
people.
but you have no reason to.
So, okay, now the question is, now that we have all somewhat agreed that today's shame is somewhat colorless, it's blurred, you know, it's not clear.
I don't.
Therefore, in these cases that we're discussing, you know, Julius Agu, Farida, and the Odulaja guy, should they therefore be ashamed of their past? Or are we now saying that let us define what shame is now? Let us categorize shame to be what it is, where this lady has this past and she does not deserve this she doesn't deserve to get into this relationship. Or this man too has this dirty past equally, and he shouldn't because he also has his own past. They shouldn't be in the marriage business at all. In fact, people like this should not even get married. Or are we saying that regardless of your shame, you should still be allowed? Is that where society is right now, that regardless of the kind of shame you think you carry, society today should still respect and regard you?
If you change your ways.
Well, should you change your ways?
Yeah, I think you've actually answered the question to say that no matter what, whatever happens to you, it's the way you rise up that matters. Your mistakes do not define you. So things will always happen in the course of your life. And I think we should differentiate between shame and self-confidence. You know, shame is the one that you would have, because I think because we are interchanging the words now, we are looking for the scenarios that actually
body positive, confidence.
So maybe there should be a clear definition between shame and self-confidence to say that, okay, shame is you ensuring that you do not bring disrepute to
yourself,
your family, and to those that love you. And self-confidence is you believing in yourself to say that I know what I want as a person and I'm going to go after it. And that is very also important for parents to talk to their children as they are growing up, because you find a lot of parents, talk badly about when they're angry. Children can really get on your nerves sometimes. But when you want to lash out, don't say that you are shameless. You don't have head. You don't have this. Don't bash them and bring their self-confidence down, such that
can confidence be
constantly looking for validation.
Confidence be owning your mistakes? Let me take this call now.
Yes.
Let me come to you in a second.
Shame.
Let me take Femi.
The definition of shame.
Femi calling from VGC. Femi, Victor, you're live. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Right. Good morning, everybody in the house.
Good morning.
Everybody. All right. Yeah, I want to take it from the point. I want to take it from the point of marriage and wedding.
Okay.
Right? What you do before you wed. Wedding is just it. So what you do before you wed is what you do after wedding. So they've been carrying this thing on before wedding. So it still shows up after that. Because wedding is just come and eat back.
Yeah.
But you must have been practicing your marriage before the day. And what you were doing is what you carry on to do. That is that. Coming to shame angle, like the lady that broke down shame for us, aesthetical shame and everything. Now, look at the way I see it, because I'm going to speak from the local room now, when boys talk. We have discussed this thing, and this is the effect of the savageness of social media. These people throw themselves in the social media, exposing themselves. Let you see me, now me be this, now me be that. Then when they have a thought, call me. Something happens to them, they want to kill themselves. She must have put herself in the open for everybody to see. So now it has happened. He's running, he wants to go and jump in the lagoon. My friends don't believe that lagoon is could have been staged. We all discussed this thing, and everybody brought up their opinion, just like people.
Thank you very much, Femi. I didn't get the last part. But
Yeah, but can I read the
please.
definition of shame? Shame is a painful feeling that's a mix of regret, self-hate, and dishonor. A good person will feel shame if they cheated on a test or did something mean to a friend. Feeling shame or being ashamed is one of the most miserable feelings of them all. So let's put it in perspective. So people are feeling shame that are pushed to suicide is because
they feel miserable.
They are feeling really, really miserable. Maybe in that case, Farida was feeling really, really miserable. That she spent so much on a wedding that has not lasted 2 months. I really don't know how it was that.
Me too,
So that kind of person, I think they need psychologists.
Yeah,
therapists.
They definitely need definitely. Let's take a few more comments
Yes,
before we wrap
I was
up.
saying that I liked how you separated shame and confidence, self-confidence. And yes, earlier I was saying that maybe there are some things we shouldn't call that we're feeling ashamed about. Like you talking about your body. it should not be shame. It should be, okay, maybe I'm not confident to show it, or I don't feel confident to, but it's not shame. Maybe shame should come when it has to do with your character.
Something
when
you have done.
With values, yes. Are you ashamed of what you have done? So if someone is ashamed, if someone, let's say the person is a thief, and the person says, see, I'm a thief and I go with my full chest, you have not come to the realization that what you're doing is bad. You cannot feel shame until you realize what you're doing is bad. Absolutely. Do you understand? So it's foolishness when you come and, with your full chest and say, oh, I'm a thief. Oh, I cheated this person. I'm smart. You know, there are people that even show up with that. They do the most horrible things and they're excited about it. And the reason
not shame.
It's not the shameless that we're talking about. Is that they have not even realized what they're doing is bad. Until the person that can feel shame is when the person looks inward and realizes, nah, this wasn't good. And so I feel shame about it. So so shame is actually a good thing. It's the step to changing, your ways. Then when you realize you've done something bad about it, then you try to change. So the advice would be, when you realize you're ashamed of something, that's not the time to try and jump off a bridge or to try and commit suicide or hurt someone else.
Mariam, what you're saying is very powerful. I'm just getting it now.
Yes.
What she's saying is that when you're shameful, when I'm feeling shame, I'm ashamed of myself, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling of realizing the light bulb has come out that, oh my God, I goofed.
Yeah.
Oh, I married this guy. Oh my goodness, I am this horrible person. That in itself is the first step into healing. Accepting that I goofed. So it's not time for you to jump. It's time for you to look within and see how you can get help. Because now that it's clear that this is the goof you've goofed, it's time for you to start healing.
And resist the urge to shalaye. Don't explain, because by the time you start explaining...
It can be therapeutic. You'll be surprised.
No, I mean, explain to
the
people
world.
that don't care.
That social media is not your world.
Who really want to listen, people who actually have a safe space.
I think social
media... Our final caller, we have to wrap up, YK. I'm so sorry. I think I have Kelechi, I believe, or who? Tommy. Thanks for calling, Tommy. You're live. I'm sorry, we lost that caller. We have to wrap up because we have a paid segment coming up. Mike, let me let you have the last word.
No, I was just going to say, you made me lose my thoughts, but...
Oh, yikes. I do apologize. I have to wrap up, but I think this conversation started with when Julius Agu had implied that it's possible his first wife married him for money. And then we're discussing why do we get married in the first place. And then we remembered the issue of Farida and her estranged husband, what happened and why they got married in the first place, the various reasons why people marry, and why do we judge people, and the point of shame. Why do you feel ashamed for the certain choices you've made? And should you be judged because of your past? However, Mariam then has now finally told us, even if you're feeling shame, shame is actually a good feeling because it's an indication of you being self-indicted yourself and then taking responsibility, accepting that you've done wrong. And then the next step, therefore, is to find healing, find counseling, find therapy, and how to fix it. It's when you don't even know you've done it wrong. That's when there's a different word for that.
That's when you're shameless.
Shameless, yes. God bless you. It's the shamelessness.
Realize that you're
the shamelessness that we should go over. But once you are shameful, that's a good thing. I think I like to end with that. So when shameless, that's a problem. When you're shameful, that's a good thing.